Allan Gotlieb had a storied career. His accomplishments, influence, and his service over 7 decades distinguished him as one of Canada's leading citizens. Born in Winnipeg, he went on to receive an MA from Oxford, where he was a Rhodes Scholar. He received his Bachelor of Laws degree from Harvard, where he also edited the prestigious Harvard Law Review. In 1957, he joined the Department of External Affairs. By 1977, he was the Undersecretary. And in 1981, he became the Canadian Ambassador to the United States. During his 8 years as ambassador, his dazzling intellect, boundless energy, and endless curiosity gained Mr. Gotlieb a reputation as a skilled and respected player in Washington power politics, and built scores of relationships with the celebrated and powerful. Throughout his career as a civil servant and diplomat, his analytic nature and aptitude for fresh thinking pushed Mr. Gotlieb to be an agent of change. As Undersecretary of External Affairs, he reinvented the department as a more central part of the Government of Canada. And he changed the way Canada related to the United States, broadening diplomatic connections that had been focused on the State Department to include the powerful in the U.S. government. It was during his time as Canadian ambassador, Mr. Gotlieb received the Order of Canada and was later elevated to the Companion of the Order. When Mr. Gotlieb returned to Canada in early 1990, he continued to wield influence, this time in the private sector. Among his many endeavors, he was chairman of the Canada Council, publisher of Saturday Night magazine, and a member of a number of corporate boards, as well as chair of Sotheby's Canada. He was senior business advisor and international law and diplomacy advisor at Bennett Jones, Toronto. Allan Gotlieb's interests, accomplishments, and influence are extraordinary, and we have been blessed for the last 20 years that he has used his relationships, his wealth of knowledge, experience, and insight in the service of the Donner Foundation. He joined the Board of Governors in 1994, became chairman of the Donner Foundation in 1996, and has helped to shape and guide the foundation for 20 years as its longest-serving chairman. During his tenure, and through his guidance and influence, the Donner Foundation has grown in size and prestige, as has the annual Donner Book Prize. It was born directly as an impetus of Mr. Gotlieb. Reflecting on the progress the Donner Foundation has made in the last 20 or so years, Mr. Gotlieb said, "I think we have really made a difference with our focus on public policy and helping to create and support new think tanks. The difference we make is not in the sense of any particular public policy, but in the level of debate, research, and investigation of public policy alternatives. That is definitely personally gratifying for me, and gratifying for all those you have touched. We thank you."